The Department of Homeland Security is relentless in their drive to keep the planet on lockdown, under their control, and they'll mess with anyone who gets in their way. Right now, Homeland is messing with states, and the states are messing back. And guess who's caught in the middle? The story starts back in 2005, when Congress passed the Real ID Act. In the act is a requirement for all states to comply with a set of federal standards when they give out driver's licenses. The 9/11 Commission recommended these standards as a necessary tool to reduce identity theft and fraud and to increase security. But privacy advocates in many states aren't having it. They say that the new standards put too much burden on individuals to provide more stringent proof of identity. And worse, they say the new standards pose a privacy concern, as they will allow people's information to be easily shared in a national database. In other words, the federal standards to get a driver's license included in the 2005 Real ID Act will make it harder for Americans to travel, as well as easier for the government to track them. The standards also require driver's licenses to be machine readable so that they actually store your personal information right on them. So if you lose your driver's license, you could also lose your identity. For the past 10 years, states have been arguing with the law. More than a dozen have actually passed laws barring their motor vehicle departments from complying with the federal act. So even states are saying to the feds, relax with your tracking techniques. Homeland is finding ways around the states, figuring out other ways to force Americans to get more trackable forms of ID. And one of those ways is by air. So right now, Homeland is setting a schedule for all airports to only accept driver's licenses that meet their trackable requirements. They're using their pet, the TSA, in their dirty fight against the states. Sure, your state might issue a driver's license that lets you drive, but it might not let you fly. Domestically, within the U.S., if your state doesn't issue those trackable licenses, you'll have to get a passport, a $150 passport that makes you easier to track, just to fly within your own country. So, Homeland is now putting the squeeze on states, and the states are trying to fight back, and caught in the middle is you and me, Americans, just trying to travel. The skies are getting unfriendlier by the day. Tonight, let's talk about that.